Hello again, Bob, Vintage Lambo, and we're going to be putting this upright together. And I just want to point out that when you take the part off, this is what you have. I mean, we're talking 59 years or so of grease and whatnot. You can see the seal on this had failed, and so more stuff coming down and whatnot, just really grimy. And then you take them apart, and then you clean off all the grease and everything you can, and then you end up with something like this that has some rust on it, whatnot. And then you end up with your cleaning, and this came out really nice. I'm very happy. I went over, I had it fairly clean, but I went over to Parts Reborn in Orange, and they vapor blasted this. I wanted to make sure everything was super sano, super clean, as good as we can make it when we put it back together. And I'm really happy with how they did it, so all these splines are all cleaned up, and that's so important because when you start talking about putting these things back together, you need it to fit, and it is such tight clearances that you need everything spotless. Now, I'm not painting this one. I'm only going to put a rust protectant on it. At least that's more than what they had done at the factory, so it should be in much better shape than this for the length of time that this has been exposed. On this, I'm going to have some kind of exposed to the atmosphere. This is basically sealed up with the brake and everything with the wheel and all that sort of stuff. I'm not really worried about this one. This one, I am going to put a little bit of black over on this area here so that we can make sure that we don't have a rust problem. This is going to be treated with my rust protection. Everything's going to be treated with the rust protection, but I'm going to give it a little bit extra with a little bit of paint right there. Okay, so let's get on with the show. All right, putting a puller on this. I had to, modify an existing puller so that I can lift it off. Okay, a little further along on this inner race. So I'm just going at it slowly. I like to use a little Croil. I seem to always use this. I buy it by the case. I don't want to damage this irreplaceable part. I don't want to damage my puller. I don't want to damage anything, so I'm just going to take whatever time it takes to take it off smoothly. Didn't have tripod set up, just didn't have enough hands free, but essentially this was in the freezer all day, and I think I got probably at least 2,000 to 3,000 shrinkage, at least 2,000. So it went down pretty easy. And so this is a 4130 0.95 wall. This is a structural washer that is a 37 millimeter. Shaft is 35, and I just want to have a good support on this when I put the collar on. Okay, well that's it at the moment. We'll keep on going. So it get pretty cold, so now I'm going to put on, continue to wipe this down, put on some of my rust prevention on top of this and everything like that. Just get rid of this moisture that's on here from it being so frozen. But it was really good. This pressed on fairly easy. Okay, just making sure I get rid of all moisture. I've already wiped it down quite a bit, and pretty much major moisture is gone, but I just want to make sure, get it up to room temperature. Nothing big here. All right, so we're going to load a bearing in the casting. So we have the one clip in there, and then I'm going to grease this bearing once I put it in. Just a little bit less messy at the moment. So put this in, and we want to really center that really well, and then put something over it like this, and we'll press down on it and see how well it goes. Okay, no problems. So we'll proceed to the next. I'm going to grease up this roller bearing, and I'm going to put the next clip in, then I'll grease this up and put the seal in. Okay, just a little note. When I put the seal in, I used something that was a little bit over it. I wanted to make sure I didn't get any distortion on the seal, but the seal still needs to go in slightly. So then I use this to lightly finish it off. Okay. Okay, so essentially the other side, the bearing, the two clips, and the seal, okay, those are in place. Flip it over, pack your bearing, make sure you have that center collar in there or you're going to be in trouble. And then we're going to put on a very nice piece, definitely made for bearing installations, and we'll press it in. All right, this is the setup. I have it in a vise. I have this channel. I've been able to attach the flange onto that. I have a piece of aluminum going through this so that it will hold it in place. And so I'm going to spin this, and hopefully it'll work out okay. Okay, lined up, and then I put in the set screw. I put a little blue Loctite on it, and we're good to go. Now we need to put on the flange. All right, it's time to put the flange on, and don't forget to put these special bolts on before you put the flange on, because there's no way to put them on unless you have it off. Critical, take your time. You see, I actually remarked on this because the factory was pretty faint, but you can see I've got it all lined up. Take your time, make sure you want this spot on. All right, this was fairly easy. Since you get it in the right position, then everything works smooth. Yahoo! Okay, we got her. All right. Very nice, very nice. Nothing hits, everything works smooth. Well, I think the outcome has been fantastic. I think we've done a few things that might make it last a little longer, and also in doing the complete overhaul, we've just zero-timed this out. I'm very happy with that. So please like and subscribe. That would be fantastic. Let's keep this going. Maybe we can get it out to a few more people, and not necessarily, I'm not talking about vintage Lamborghini. I'm talking about all these older cars that have a lack of material out there for you to review, read, or to see videos how to repair these. You know, in 20 years, maybe someone's gonna come back and start looking at my videos and say, oh, that's how you do it. And that would be fantastic. So please, again, try and like and subscribe. I'm heading towards 100 videos, and I will do a little celebration of 100 videos pretty soon. But as it is, I'm just gonna continue doing this because I really believe that we need to keep these cars on the road and enjoying them. Bye now.